Welcome to another edition of the Cuz I Have to podcast. When living your dream
is the only option.
Episode 71. Do you want to know who our special guest is?
I do. It's wait, I know.
Our authentic selves.
That's right.
Are you showing up in the world? Are you scared to show up? What have you done that's made you feel uncomfortable? I've been doing lots of things. We're going to get into this. Guess what? It's all coming up.
Coming up.
And we're back. So yeah, it's just you and I this week. It's kind of cozy in here. It's also a little warm. Don't you love the new weather that it's 80 degrees, then 55, and then 80 again?
Yep, I love that so much. It makes me want to river dance.
Nothing ever makes me want to river dance.
Yeah.
So anyway, a couple things that have been happening for me. I did a photo shoot last week, and I just want to do a little shout out to my rock photographer, Michelle Shears.
Michelle?
We did some pics. I'm not crazy about getting pictures taken. It was a lot of work. For me, I mean, it's just like getting everything done that had to be booked to arrange a photo shoot. I used our former guest, Patrick Delembron,
yeah.
Patrick Defambrun, who is a celebrity makeup artist. He did my makeup. And I just wanted these photos for some of the work I'm doing for some promos and my website. And I was nervous, and it's not something I love doing. This is the third time in my life I've had photos taken professionally. And it really makes you realize that Victoria's Secret models have something special besides good looks. Because you could be super attractive, but actually making yourself look a certain way or be sexy or whatever, or be funny, like and natural. It's not easy, boy. It's not easy.
Oh, it's not. But on that note, I will say that you did a good, amazing job. You killed it.
Thanks.
It was a little nerve-wracking at first, but in the end, you felt so good, and I was like, yeah.
I will say Michelle Shears is I can't wait to show these pictures. I got all of them. I need to go through all the shots and pick my favorites. But she sent me a quick like 10 or 12 that she did some little editing on and sent them over, and it's really cool. Some of them are a little artsy shots. We went to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. We went to the last bookstore downtown. We took some shots here in the APT and also the vocal booth that I'm in for work. And I had beautiful eyelashes on.
Yeah,
it was hard to see them because of my glasses.
Right. But well, you were able to see them. Yeah, for sure.
But my point is, my dear friend, my dear listener, what have you done that made you feel uncomfortable, but you did it anyway? Something positive, because that really made me feel uncomfortable. And I have to say, I've also been working with Dave Walsh, my voiceover coach, for 6 months, and we're now ready to record, and we're recording in 2 days. And even though we've done all the work, I mean, that's also another, like, putting myself out there, and it all I can say is that I'm doing it. There's some fears and things that might make me nervous, but I'm going for it and I'm doing it.
Yeah, that's right. Because you're a badass.
I was just gonna say, just cause I have to.
Oh, and then I was gonna say you're a badass cause you have to. But you always, I don't know. I feel like everybody that has a drive like you, which is everybody, it's just some people may not take the step to do or show that they have that drive or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like you could give yourself a little more credit because you're pretty You're
Thank
pretty.
you,
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jason Friday.
Thank you, Julie Slater.
I really did. After the photo shoot, I felt really proud of myself because it took a lot of planning and it took a lot of pushing myself.
Yeah.
And, I wish I was, 20 to 30 pounds thinner, but I was like, hey, this is who I am right now. And,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to take these photos and feel good and get her done. So,
And they look
it's
great.
good.
So good
Thank you.
job.
I'm
Next on the list.
always a little self-conscious about taking photos.
I
But
think everybody is. I've
yeah,
been taking band photos for 100 years. I still don't like it. I'm not like, yes, we get to take photos. So
funny.
yeah,
So
I
it
think
came
you
out really
killed it.
well. And I encourage you, dear listener, to take chances. And I've been knocking out some stuff on my to-do list. Even today, there were things I had to get done today. And there weren't things I wanted to do. No. And I said to myself, okay, the worst thing on here I have to handle for sure. And I did. So
Yeah.
I actually got 3 pretty tough things that were not fun to do, things done. And
Yeah.
I'm feeling motivated and pushing through. I wasn't in the greatest mood today. It's not like some days you don't feel like doing the things, but sometimes, you've got deadlines or personal deadlines and you got to push through.
You get in the zone and I don't know, you kind of like sync up with that, I guess, with the drive, with the getting it done, and then the completion part of it. Um yeah, and I I feel like we've been a little bit more tired lately because of somebody special in our life.
We do have our senior dog, Rayla, who has decided
Yeah,
to get up at sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't want to sleep. And now we know how it is to raise a newborn baby. And
seriously, I feel so freaking exhausted. I
we
probably
never
look
get a
like
full night's sleep. No, we never get a full night's sleep.
we don't.
Yeah.
And it's been like that the last 3 weeks, and I
Yeah.
feel like it's taking somewhat of a toll to where I feel bad for her, but I'm also
Yeah.
sad for us.
We are trying a natural trick tonight, and that will be giving her some melatonin.
Yeah.
So let's hope that she dreams a sweet, beautiful dream that lasts very long this evening.
Go into your REM sleep, Razy. I know.
She is a character.
She is. She's right there. You'll probably see her walking my camera. Yep. There's a
Yeah, there's a little
ghost
blur.
coming.
Yeah. So, our last guest, Ashok Bala, who transformed his life from the inside out. You can hear him on 880 CBS News in New York City. Feeling really good about him. Oh, we've got
Yeah.
a couple of potential guests coming out. What about the guy you contacted? Is it Movie Cinema?
Oh yeah. It's a secret movie club, basically.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't. Maybe we not get into too many details, but he's
No,
a
no,
future
no.
guest.
That's it.
We also have another friend. I think she's does something with plants.
Oh
We
yeah.
had what's interesting, talking about showing up. There's been a couple people. One person who I really love their work. I asked them to be on the podcast, and this person isn't comfortable talking about themselves. And I'm finding that we're running into a lot of those kinds of people. And it's a kind of a shame because they're really awesome. And
Yeah.
and they should share their passions and joy. And we had another guest who was booked to be on, and at the last minute, she's just like, "I can't do this right now."
You're like,
Not ready
cool.
to be in this public forum or something. I don't know. But another trick is that I'm not taking any of it personally. It's their own business, and we certainly don't want anyone coming on that doesn't feel good about it.
Yeah. No,
So
right.
this is supposed to be a forum to share your joy and passions and share I hope people share struggles that
Yeah.
they got over to get where they are now, because it's not always, oh, I have this passion, let me go pursue it. Wow, everything's magic. Stuff
Everything lines
happens.
up perfectly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes things do line up perfectly, but
Sure.
sometimes it takes a very long road. I have something coming up that I can't talk about just yet, but there's a lot. Let's just say I got an email from someone that said, "Thank you for your patience and endurance for this." And they're not kidding. I mean, I ran
I
2
know.
marathons in 1 week, and that taught me a lot on life. So, patience. I won't say that I'm the most patient person, but I do sometimes have patience. I
Yeah.
certainly have endurance.
Yeah, you do. 2
Yeah.
marathons in a week. I ran when I was a kid. I ran like 1 jogathon a year, and it was like, all right, I'm good.
I mean, I didn't necessarily want to run 2 marathons, but it was forced upon me.
I was gonna say, yeah, kind
Because
of.
one got messed up, but we don't need to get into that. But training for a marathon, you train for like 6 months, and the marathon, to me, the marathon itself is nothing. It's the training. It's getting up. A marathon's exciting and people are there cheering you
Yeah,
on. It's like a show day. The show is like great. It's all those days sitting in the room by yourself playing guitar that counts. So
yeah.
when you're running on a Saturday by yourself for 5 hours, that's where the work is.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I understand it, but the amount of stamina and agility that you have is definitely a lot different than, oh, let me practice my
Jam.
guitar or my bass.
I mean, there is a little bit of both. I will say, if you've never run before, there is
Yeah.
the non-runners marathon guide that it's for people who have never run before, and it's a training guide to help you run a marathon. Anyone can run a marathon.
Yeah.
If you can walk, you can run a marathon, but look at all the people who can't necessarily walk. There's a lot of uh,
Yeah.
people who have things that, maybe they're in a wheelchair or have prosthetics, and they still do marathons. They still make
I
it
know.
happen. Anything you want to make happen, you can make happen.
That's right.
Trying
You
to,
just have to decide.
yeah, you decide that you are doing it and it's
Yeah.
happening no matter what.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, that's our truth bomb for this week. You got anything else
Truth.
to add, Frizzy?
Drizz up. I mean,
Frizzy Day?
I'm on the same page as that. I do think you gotta, God, looking, in the eyes of the bull sometimes is terrifying. But you just gotta hold up and say Toro, Toro, or whatever they say. And but like you could accept the bull's fierce like intensity and all that, but you could still, I don't know. You just need to be able to confront it and accept it for what it is, whatever that is, and you'll be fine. But that's the hard part, is being able to look at it and go, cool, that is that. All right, I'm good. I'm okay. Let's do this.
And deciding it's what you really want. You can change your mind along
Yeah.
the way, but if you really, really want something, you just keep going for it.
Yeah. You could change your mind.
Tip dance.
Uh,
We almost got your brother, Sean Friday, on
that's
our
right.
program. It's only been 71 episodes. Still haven't had him on. Your only sibling.
Freitagsfisch. Yeah, well,
He's busy, busy guy. He just went on tour with Slash, his band Dead Sara, and now Dead Sara just announced a European tour with what band is
yeah.
it?
I honestly, I'm really blank right now.
Remember the
I'm gonna.
guy? I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Josh. HOMME.
Oh, Josh.
Come on, we would
Eagles
lose
of
it.
Death Metal, right?
Oh, is that, you know what? Is that who they're going on tour with?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Which is that guy, or I don't know if he still is. I assume he is. The
Yeah, wasn't he the main
Josh.
person?
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Oh my God. I can't remember because I've heard it too many different ways, and that made me go into like doubt as to how to do.
Well, I am a professional DJ, and I'm gonna need to know. Let's see, Josh Home interview. I feel like it's something.
Homie.
No,
Homie.
putting on a YouTube LA story.
It's one of those names that are so simple yet the
It's
most
not
difficult.
home though. I just hope Josh knows the extent we're going to get this right.
I know.
Oh my God, it's HOMME. It's HOMME.
HOMME, that's it. Yep. Josh HOMME.
Josh HOMME. It's official, everybody. So if you've ever worked in news and you need to find the pronunciation of somebody, the best thing to find is them saying it themselves.
That is correct.
Oh my God, so many times someone's interviewed, even on a top news program, and the host says their name wrong and the guest never corrects them. It happens all the time.
It does happen. They're just like, yeah, whatever. This is my 100th interview. I don't care anymore.
HOMME.
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 So it's like homie, but with a ha.
Ha me. HOMME. HOMME.
Or you could say Joshy HOMME. Go ahead. What?
So your brother's gonna go on tour with Eagles, with Death Metal, Dead Sara. So we should try and get him on the program before the tour, which I think is in April. Maybe he will bless us with
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're doing it's literally all of April into May.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, I like to wrap up this pretty quickly. I hope that you got our vibe. Are you showing up? Are you pushing yourself to do things that are uncomfortable? Here's an even better thing. Are you writing out a to-do list and then actually doing them? I have sometimes a problem where I write out to-do lists and I never look at it.
In the beginning, I shouldn't say that. Last year, the end of 2020 and half of last year, I was on top of it, strike it out every time I did it. Bam. I got down to like a list of 45 things, both sides. And then something happened and I lost it, and I go, no. And I got to go back to it.
No.
And I said no.
So I want you guys to go for it. So please go for something. You know what sometimes I do? It's like a little trick for myself. What is one thing I can get done today that would move me forward? Do that, because in a week, guess how many things you get done?
1, 2, 10.
7. You get 7. All right, guys. Thank you for listening to Cause I Have to podcast, episode 71. I'm Julie Slater.
I'm Jason Friday. We'll see you next week.